In September of 2023, Michael Proctor's partner, Yuri Buknik, contacted you and said he wanted to talk about your text messages.
I don't remember.
Do you remember that you told Yuri Buknik you did not have the screenshot anymore? You sent it to your father, Chris.
I don't remember that.
Do you recall telling Yuri Buknik if he wanted to get the screenshot, you weren't going to give it to him, he'd have to get it from your dad?
Do not remember that.
Do you remember Trooper Buknik agreeing with you and saying, sure, I'll just call your dad and get it from him?
Don't remember that.
You certainly don't remember ever giving Trooper Buknik a copy of that screenshot.
No, I don't remember.
Because you didn't, did you?
I do not remember.
But you did give it to your dad, right?
I do not remember.
Do you remember anything about this case? That photo was taken on February 26, 2022, at the place called Fenway Johnny's, right?
Correct.
Are you in that photograph?
Yes.
Which person are you?
In the middle.
I want you to take a look at your right hand. What do you notice about your right hand?
It's cut up.
Your knuckles are injured, correct?
Correct.
How'd you get those injuries, Mr. Albert?
I was at a party, my house party my senior year, and I remember it being icy out, and it was kind of like a steep hill of a driveway, and I was walking up the driveway, and I slipped down the driveway, and I tried to catch myself, but I had something in my left hand, so I had tried to brace myself with my right hand, and I ended up sliding a little bit down the driveway.
So, according to you, you fell on ice and injured your knuckles right across the top of your knuckles.
Correct.
Okay. So you fell onto, what, pavement, asphalt?
Yes.
And you braced yourself when you fell, your entire body weight, by putting your right hand down in a fist, and you injured your right fist, just the top of the knuckles on your right fist when you fell down.
Correct.
Seriously?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
You ever been in a fight, sir?
Other than with my brothers, no.
You've never been in a fight
Nope.
your entire life.
Other than with my brothers, no.
Did you post a video? You threatened that you're going to...
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained. I'll see you at sidebar on this. I'm familiar with this. So I'm going to send you out for a recess. We have some work we have to do here. Wasn't early enough for me to get you coffee and bagels. I apologize for that, but we'll be a little bit. So we'll send you out for the morning recess.
All rise for the court, please. Jurors, follow me.
So, Mr. Albert, you stay right where you are. We're going to see a couple of short videos, and then Mr. Jackson will ask you questions, and then Mr. Lally will ask you questions. Then I'll hear from the lawyers, and then I'll take a break, and you'll get a break before we go back. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So the first one, are they both on the same? They're separate.
I separated them.
Let's mark them each for identification.
The one I'm holding in my right hand,
Bring it up.
I'll call Advantage.
Okay?
The one in my left hand, I'll call this Bang Bang.
All right, thank you. All right, so play GG first, please.
Yo, your advantage boys. I will beat all your asses. I promise you. I'll fuck you all up. Pull up, bitch.
Okay, and the next one, please.
You're a bitch, bro. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. Lean forward, boy. You be knocked out. KO. Bang, bang.
Okay.
May I inquire, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm going to take those two videos one at a time. I'm going to call one the Advantage Boys and one the Bang Bang video. For purposes of my questioning, Mr. Albert, specifically regarding the Advantage Boys video, did you recognize it?
Yes.
How did you recognize it?
What do you mean by
How
that?
do you recognize it? Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. When was that taken?
Maybe my sophomore year in high school, around.
Where were you?
I don't remember.
Okay. You indicated on cross-examination you've never been in a fight,
No.
indicating that you have no violent tendencies and no violent proclivities. Correct?
Nope.
What were you saying on that video?
That I would beat them up.
Did you say you would beat them up, or did you say, I will fuck you up?
I said I will F you up.
No, you didn't say, I will F you up. What did you actually say?
That I would fuck them up.
You also said something about beating somebody's ass, right?
Correct.
What did that mean?
That I would beat them up.
So when you said, I will fuck you up and I will beat your ass, was that a friendly invitation?
No.
That was a threat, correct?
I don't know if I would call it a threat.
Don't?
I'm not sure.
Someone walks up to you. I'm not going to do it. But if someone did, walked up to you and said, I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. You wouldn't take that as a threat?
If they walked up to me, yeah.
But if they didn't walk up and just shouted it across the street and stood there and said, I will fuck you up, I will beat your ass, that's not a threat.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you are sure, sir.
All right, so that I'll strike at the Commonwealth standing up and objecting.
Were you threatening these Advantage Boys guys, whoever they are?
Yeah, kinda.
Were you threatening them with violence?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. In the second video, you said, fuck you a number of times, and then you said, pull up, KO, bang, bang.
Correct.
Explain that to me. Is that a threat?
Yeah.
Pull up, bitch. Right?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Those same advantage kids.
Got it. So you're threatening them yet again a second time.
Yeah.
What does pull up mean?
Like, come by.
Yeah, meaning get over here. Right?
Yep.
Because when you do, I'm going to fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
Meaning I'm going to fight you and I'm going to put you down. Correct?
Correct.
That was your threat to them.
Correct.
Can we get a time on this second one?
Of course. When was the second one the bang bang threat made? Before or after the Advantage Boys?
I'm not sure.
After?
Might have been this same night. I really don't know.
Well, you're dressed completely differently, so it's probably not the same night. You would agree with that?
Unless I could have changed my shirt. I do that often.
Okay. So you changed your shirt, and on the same night, you just decided to threaten the guys twice. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
But you're not sure?
I'm not sure.
The fact of the matter is, Mr. Albert, you do like to fight, don't you?
Nope.
The fact of the matter is, you showed up at another hearing, at another proceeding, to testify, and you showed up with busted knuckles then, too, didn't you?
Do not remember.
July 27th, 2023, do you remember being at another hearing?
Yes.
Do you remember being questioned by some attorneys?
Yes.
Do you remember the question about the condition of your fist? Literally at the hearing?
Yeah.
It was obvious to the person that was questioning you that you had an injury to your fist, correct?
Objection.
Well, that's sustainable.
You were asked questions by the questioner about the condition, the physical condition of your fist, weren't you?
Correct.
They were asking because you had open injuries on your right knuckles yet again, didn't you?
Correct.
You said, I must have been hitting a heavy bag, right?
Yeah.
Boxing again.
Hit in the bag, yeah.
Just working out, right?
Yep.
Didn't have any injuries on your left hand, though, did you?
No.
How many times have you hit a heavy bag?
I'm not sure.
When you work out on a heavy bag, you wrap your hands, don't you?
I do not know.
I see. So only your right hand gets injured over and over and over and over again, not your left hand.
I'm not sure.
Even though you punch in the bag with both hands.
I'm not sure.
You're right-handed, aren't you?
Yes.
So when you throw a haymaker, your hardest punch, that's with your right fist. Is that right?
I would say they have equal. They're equal. I don't know. Not
That's all
sure.
I have at this point.
All right, Mr. Lally.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Albert, when those videos were made, you were a sophomore in high school, is that right?
Around that, yeah.
How old were you when you were a sophomore in high school?
16 years old.
And so that would have been at least a couple years before January of 2022, correct?
Yeah.
So those videos were around the same time, both sort of same time period within your sophomore year,
Correct.
and relatively close to each other, is that correct?
Correct.
And who or what is an advantage?
It's a club hockey team.
What, if any, relationship did you have with that club hockey team?
None.
As far as what videos you were made and sending, were there any videos from that group that were made and sent to you?
Text messages.
And with regard to those text messages, generally speaking, what do they say?
Just name calling me and my friends, calling us like pussies and stuff like that.
So this was sort of a back and forth, is that correct?
Correct.
And do you even play hockey?
Nope.
And were they kids from the same town or different?
I don't even know where they're from.
Did you even really know these kids or what their names were or anything like that?
Not at all.
Was there ever any sort of physical fight or even a physical interaction with these other kids?
Never.
Did you ever even meet them face to face?
Never.
With regard to Mr. O'Keefe, your neighbor who lived at the top of the street when you lived at Seven Meadows, you ever threaten him?
Never.
Did he ever threaten you?
Never.
Did you ever have any sort of back and forth exchange similar to what was up on the screen?
Never.
I have nothing further on that.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I, very briefly? You indicated, Mr. Albert, that this was your sophomore year in high school. But you were asked that exact same question under oath, the time frame of these videos in that other hearing, weren't you?
I believe so, yes.
You indicated under oath in that hearing that it looked like it was your junior or senior year in high school, correct?
Maybe, I'm not sure
Not sure.
exactly what I said.
Your senior year would have been what year, sir?
2022. 21, 22.
Same year John O'Keefe died.
Correct.
That's all I have at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I will hear you.
Your Honor, if we could make the argument outside the presence of the witness.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you to step out of the...
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, you cannot hear in that back room.
No problem. I appreciate you giving us the opportunity. Your Honor, it's very clear that these videos are highly, highly relevant, given the sanitized testimony that this witness has tried to present to this jury. He's indicated that he's never been in a fight, he doesn't have any violent proclivities, he doesn't have any violent tendencies. It's not in his countenance to do this. Mr. Lally opened this
So
door.
you only got that through the voir dire?
Understood.
Okay, so the violent tendencies only came in through the voir dire.
Well, that's not true. In front of the jury, he said, "I've never been in a fight."
Okay,
Mr. Lally clearly opened this door yesterday. He presented a series of photographs with this witness's family. His arm draped over his aunt, he's with his mom, looking very family-oriented, etc. And Mr. Lally went further than that and specifically said, "I want you to take a look at your face, and your hands, and your extremities. Do you see anything unusual or odd about that?" That's why I believe the court allowed, based on the testimony today, allowed the photograph in February of 2022 of the actual photo that cannot be manipulated. It's in the hands of a third party of the busted and injured knuckles on this witness's right hand. He then said, "I've never been in a fight." Those two videos belie that testimony. There is no way to look at those two videos and say, this is not relevant to the issue of whether or not he has been in a fight.
But tell me how whether he's been in a fight is relevant to an issue in this case. That's what you have to do.
Because the police should have, the Massachusetts State Police should have, if they were doing their due diligence, they should have investigated this young man. They should have investigated every single person that was in that house, in or around the home where John O'Keefe was found, the Albert home, and they didn't. They did nothing to investigate whether or not there was someone in the house who tended to fight, who wanted to get in physical altercations, who had a propensity to get in physical altercations, who was a fighter by nature, who threatened to fight, who threatened violence. That's what this young man has indicated he does constantly. I'm surprised he didn't show up in this hearing with busted knuckles.
So does this go to your third-party culprit defense?
It goes to both. It certainly goes to Bowden, but yes, it also goes to our third-party culprit defense as well. This is a focus of, I believe, this should be a focus of the jurors' attention in terms of, is there a third party who could have done this? What evidence points to that may have done this. Absolutely, this evidence, what we now have, points directly in that it's focused in that direction. So yes, both it should have been investigated, and Colin Albert is somebody that the jurors should focus their opinion on or their attention on to determine whether or not he could have or was involved in the death of John O'Keefe.
All right, Mr. Lally?
Yes, Your Honor. Commonwealth would submit did not open the door in reference to this, showing a photograph of someone and what they physically looked like. There was no suggestion. The only questions that were asked about fighting or anything of that nature were by counsel. Counsel thinks he opened his own door. I don't think that's exactly how that works. This is nothing more than rank speculation, and it bears no relevance whatsoever to this case. You're talking about something that is dated at least a year, if not two, prior to the incidents in this case.
But what if it's, as Mr. Jackson pointed out, the prior testimony, his senior year, which is, of course, is much closer?
Well, I think even assuming that, as far as relevance is concerned, Your Honor, there is no evidence here of a fight at all. There is no evidence that this witness was even present at the house at the same time as the victim. There's no evidence of any animus between this witness and the victim. There is no evidence whatsoever, as I stated, that he was even present at the same place at the same time on the night with John O'Keefe, on the night that John O'Keefe was killed. There is no evidence from even these videos of any physical altercation having taken place. So whatever juvenile beef that he and his friends had with individuals from another town, there's no evidence whatsoever of physical altercation. There's no evidence that there's a physical altercation even in this case. So to allow counsel to introduce this purely for prejudicial reasons and to invite the jury to speculate as to what it is essentially does nothing but divert the jury's attention away from the facts of the case and what the evidence of the case is, and more so is just there's no evidence of anything in this case. Just there's no evidence of anything in this case.
Yes.
In terms of evidence of a fight, I don't know what Mr. Lau is talking about. He says there's no evidence of a fight in this case. John O'Keefe looks like he had been beaten to death. He's got two black eyes, a laceration over his right eye, a laceration over his nose, a giant wound on the back of his head, and he doesn't look like he was hit by a car. He looks like he was in a physical altercation. It's as plain as the nose on your face, and we have evidence that we have witnesses who are going to propound that evidence and present that evidence. So Mr. Lally and the Commonwealth can take whatever position they want to. If they think those injuries are consistent with being hit by a 6,000-pound truck, they can knock themselves out. That is not the state of the case, and they don't get to dictate the state of the facts. The facts speak for themselves. Second, with regard to whether or not Mr. Albert was home that night, or at the home that night in a position to be able to engage in a physical altercation, which, by the way, takes about that long, that is predicated on his own family members covering for him. Every one of the witnesses who testified basically are friends and families of the Alberts. And keep in mind, Your Honor, I don't think it's lost on anybody that Colin Albert was hidden, specifically and intentionally hidden from all of law enforcement for the first several months of this investigation. Nobody was willing to even say he was at the house. That is highly, highly suspicious. Given the gravity of what we have now, I would take an issue with one thing Mr. Lally said. He said this diverts the jurors' attention. I would agree it diverts their attention. It diverts their attention to somebody who possibly could be involved with this, who was not properly investigated. And I'll submit.
Okay, so may I have those 2 flash drives, please? Yes, no, I was asking Madam Court Reporter. All right, so why don't we take a 15-minute recess? I'll look at these and we'll come out.
Court, all rise.
The witness can take the stand, please.
And sir, I'll remind you, you're still under oath.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Albert, before we took a break, you had mentioned that you've never been in a fight.
Correct.
You stand by that testimony?
Correct.
I'd like you to take a look at a video.
Yo, your Vinton's boys. I will beat all your asses. I promise you, I will fuck you all up. Pull up, bitch.
Did you recognize what was depicted in that video?
Yes.
Who was that?
Me.
Approximately when was that video taken?
Around my sophomore year in high school.
Sophomore year or senior year in high school?
Say around my sophomore year in high school.
Did you previously testify at a different hearing back in July of 2023?
Yes.
You were asked about this video, weren't you?
Yes.
You were asked about another videos at the same time, correct?
Correct.
And in that hearing, you said you believe that was taken closer to your junior year or senior year in high school, correct?
Correct.
And that was under the oath,
Correct.
same oath that you took here.
Correct.
Closer in time to the events in question, and at that time you said your junior year or senior year in high school, correct?
Correct.
If it was your senior year in high school, what year would that have been?
21, 22. So 2021, 2022.
Going into 2022, correct?
Yeah.
The same year that John O'Keefe passed away.
Correct.
What did you mean by, I'm gonna fuck you up?
That I was going to beat them up.
Actually, you didn't say beat them up. You said, I'm gonna beat your ass, didn't you?
Yes.
That was a threat, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a threat directed at some other individuals with whom you had some sort of a beef or a problem.
Correct.
And your resolution of that problem is, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna beat your ass, right?
Correct.
But you've never been in a fight.
Never.
Fuck you. King Cole, boy, you be knocked out. Hey, yo, bang, bang.
May I inquire? Yes. Mr. Albert, who was that in that video?
Me.
Was that taken around the same time?
Yes.
You indicated, you're a bitch, bro. Right?
Correct.
Was that a threat?
Yes.
More of an insult?
Yeah, more of an insult.
Calling someone out?
Yep.
Making them feel bad?
Yeah.
Prompting them to maybe fight?
Objection, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'll ask that question differently, Mr. Jackson.
Also called him a pussy, didn't you?
Correct.
Derogatory comment?
Correct.
And then you said, KO, bang bang, right?
Correct.
What's KO mean?
Knockout.
And what does bang bang mean?
I'm not sure, honestly.
You were just talking about knocking somebody out, and the bang bang just sort of flowed.
Exactly.
Was that a threat?
Yes.
And these threats that we've just talked about, that we've just seen, these are threats of physical violence, right?
Correct.
You're not threatening to hurt their feelings or send them a mean text, right?
No.
You're threatening to kick their ass, right?
Correct.
To get physical, right?
Yes.
To ball up your fists and beat the shit out of them.
Objection.
Can you answer that? Will you answer that, please?
Yeah, can you repeat the question?
Probably shouldn't. You were threatening to ball up your fist and beat the heck out of him.
Objection.
I'll allow it. Is that what you were threatening to do?
Yes.
When you testified in a separate proceeding in July of 2023, you actually showed up for questioning in July of 2023 with your knuckles busted up again, didn't you?
Correct.
And you were asked about your knuckles at that time, correct?
Correct.
And that time you said, oh no, I didn't fall down on black ice and slip and break my fall with my knuckles like you said here. You said, oh, I hit a heavy bag and busted my knuckles up on a heavy bag, right?
Correct.
So that heavy bag was you practicing boxing, right?
It was me getting cardio, yes.
Which is in a form of fighting,
In a form, yeah.
punching a bag.
Yep.
That's how you choose to do your cardio.
Sometimes.
And you're right-handed,
Yes.
and it was your right hand that was busted up.
Correct.
So when you throw your hardest punch, that's with your right hand, isn't it?
I'd say, I'm not sure. I'd say they're equal.
You're equally strong with both hands.
I'd say so.
So in your words, you could fuck somebody up with either hand, right?
Objection, Your Honor.
You answer that.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Lally?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, just before I begin, may we approach?
Okay.
Mr. Albert, just to be clear, Ally McCabe is not your cousin, correct?
Correct.
She's a friend of yours who you have relatives in common, is that correct?
Correct.
When you and I and other individuals met prior to your testimony in this case, it was just one time, is that correct?
Correct.
And did we talk about something called sequestration?
Not that I remember, no.
Did we talk about having conversations with other witnesses while the case was pending or going on?
No.
Now, you testified when you were asked on cross-examination that you haven't had any conversations with any other witnesses, you haven't watched any coverage, you haven't done any of those things, correct?
Correct.
Was that at my instruction?
No.
Is that something that you've done at any point in time as far as talking to any other witnesses, including your parents?
No.
Now, you were asked some questions on cross-examination about your family's relationship sort of with the Proctor family, correct?
Correct.
What I'm going to ask you about is purely about Trooper Michael Proctor. How many times have you seen him in your life?
Maybe 5, 6 times.
And when about would those be, and what would the nature of those interactions be?
Other than when I got interviewed last time with Trooper Proctor and one of his partners, other than that, I didn't see him for years, I want to say, since I was a young kid.
How young is young?
Maybe saw him, I could have seen him at like a football game or something, but other than that, like pretty young, like 12, 11, 13.
As far as the photograph that you were shown, as far as a wedding was concerned, you were a ring bearer in that wedding?
Correct.
Do you have any independent memory of that wedding or anything about that wedding?
None.
And as far as your family being close, or the Proctor family as an entity, is your family close with all of the Proctors, or is your family close with Courtney Proctor, or is your family close with Michael Proctor?
Mostly just like my aunt and my mom's friendly with Courtney, I'd say. Not really close with Michael.
There are some questions about the text messages that were up on the screen today, as far as sort of gap between January 28th and February, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, you indicated that there were other means by which you would have communicated with your friend Ally McCabe, is that correct?
Correct.
Is that consistent with, is that only Ally McCabe, or is that consistent with other friends that you would communicate with?
All my friends.
So you would sort of switch between call, text, Snapchat, other apps, things like that?
Exactly.
The top of that screen was the text messages regarding picking you up from 34 Fairview on January 28th or 29th, correct?
Correct.
Do you have any idea when the last time was? The text before that? Was it days, weeks, months?
Not sure.
That period sort of
Thank you.
Yeah.
That period of sort of January 28th into February, is that, how would you characterize that? Is that a normal gap between times that you would have text communications with Ally McCabe?
On iMessage, yeah, I would say so, yeah.
With regard to questions you were asked about injuries to your hands, those are two separate incidents, one in February when you slipped on ice, is that correct?
Correct.
And one in July when you had struck a heavy bag, correct?
Correct.
And when you struck a heavy bag and got sort of injuries on your hands, were you wearing anything on your hand when you hit the heavy bag?
Nothing, nope.
Have you received any sort of training in boxing, taking classes, anything like that?
Never.
So it's something you do as part of your workout, correct?
Correct.
And you're an athlete, correct?
I'd like to say so, yeah.
You played sports in high school, correct?
Yeah,
And at least at the beginning of college, you played sports in college, correct?
correct.
As far as those videos that you were just shown, do you recall who you were referencing in those videos?
An Advantage club hockey team.
And did you know any of those people?
Nope,
Were they the club hockey team, was that within the same town as you were?
I'm not sure.
Did you play hockey
Nope,
at any point in time in high school?
never.
Was this just you sending them videos, or was this some sort of argument or something going back and forth?
It was an argument going back and forth.
What, if anything, did you or any of your friends receive in regard to from that club hockey team?
We received texts like being name called, like calling pussies and words like that.
Do you recall what the argument was about with this other group of kids from this club hockey team?
Yeah, it was the girls in our friend group, a couple of the girls in our friend group, like hung out with them a few times. So like all my guy friends got a little salty about it. So that's why we kind of sent videos back and forth.
So you were teenage kids arguing about girls, correct?
Exactly.
And at any point in time, did your friend group and this club hockey team ever meet up at all?
Never.
And you indicated that you've never really been in a fight except for with your brothers, correct?
Correct.
And when you would get in a fight with your brothers, how old were you then?
Younger, I'd say. Yeah, younger.
Younger, like as young as you were when you were ring bearer in somebody's wedding?
Yeah.
With regard to John O'Keefe, your neighbor who lived a couple doors down, did you ever threaten John O'Keefe?
Never.
John O'Keefe ever threaten you?
Never.
Did you ever get in an argument about girls?
Nope.
Any animus or any conflict that you can recall ever between yourself and Mr. O'Keefe?
Never.
Now, you were asked some questions on cross-examination regarding whether or not you've been thinking about this case for the last 2.5 years, and you indicated that you had not. And you had indicated in your testimony in response to that questioning, essentially not until people were writing things about you on the internet, correct? Correct. Can you expound upon that? Can you explain to the jury sort of when that occurred and what were the things that were being written about you on the internet?
I'd say about a little over a year. It started when people on Twitter, Instagram, social media were just coming at my family, calling us murderers, harassing us, showing up to our doorsteps, our sports games. I mean, we couldn't leave the house without people taking pictures of us, and it's very terrible.
And how long has that gone on for?
The past year and change, a couple months. Past year and a couple months, I'd say.
To be clear, that night that you were at 34 Fairview Road at your uncle's house, January 28th and the 29th, at any point in time did you see John O'Keefe at that house, come into that house, around that house, at any point in time that you were there?
Never.
Nothing further.
Nothing, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Albert, you're all set. I think that piece of paper goes back to Mr. Jackson. Did you leave something on the witness stand?